make of it?
Yeah, let me say hello to everyone who is watching at this moment. It's very sad when I heard that news about him. Spiritual things are involved. That's why he don't want to play for Accra Suffolk. I heard a lot of rumors, but in Ghana here, when somebody is talking about spiritual things, you don't have to, put yourself into, because he knows what he's feeling. So I leave that one. But another thing that I heard is, and that is what kills me the most, like telling me that has own Olympics, and because of that, that's why Olympics don't want him to play for Accra Suffolk. That is where I have issues. Issues with him, and then the big man that is in between him and then Accra Suffolk. Because at the end of the day, their career is not going to be affected, but Awako's career is going to be affected. And if they don't think about him, and they are thinking about the money that both clubs are going to benefit, and then that one, I don't think is helping the player, until I heard that there is a spiritual things also in there. So I think for now, we can see that things are changing. It's back to training. So let's hope that things are going to go well, because at the moment things are not going well for us. If I say for us, I'm a Hearts fan. The blood is red, gold, blue, so it's there. So I think now that it's in, maybe things can, change, and then we start moving forward.
What are the struggles of Accra Suffolk in the beginning of the season? As a former player, as a fan, how does that make you feel?
Me personally, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. But I don't want to put blame on the boys also too much, or the technical team too much. Why? Because the interval between when we end the league, the rest that the boys supposed to get, have before the season starts. You can see that because of the African Cup, they don't have good rest. So look at some people that they play almost, and there are some maybe 15 or 20 players, regular players, who played almost all the matches, and being double champions. And then maybe from 1 week or something, you need to go back to African Cup to play African Cup or something. Definitely the tiredness will be on you. You understand? The tiredness will be on you. So you don't have to put pressure on them so much. I know they will go, they will be okay. But for the moment, that is how I see it. The rest is not enough for them. And that is why they are having this kind of problem. So I hope and pray that we will get somebody who can psych them and put them into that situation where they will find the rest, and even they themselves also have to take care of themselves very well. From training, make sure you go home and rest. You come to training, you rest. They shouldn't go out and do sitting with friends, going out, having fun or things like that. You don't see yourself you are tired, but when you start playing, then you understand that, Charlie, I'm tired, I need rest. So I think they need more rest.
But do you think they stand a chance of retaining the league title?
Yes, of course. Of course, they have, because where are we? You understand me? It's only 4 matches. Arsenal lost 3 matches on the row, right? They are on top of Man U now, right? Yeah, so it's not lost. It's not lost at all.
Alright, so staying in the local front. Last time, issues or penalty in South Africa, or in the game against South Africa, we had some penalty shouts. What do you make about the whole Black Stars, especially starting for the right back? So before we came South Africa, we had issues with right back. Don't really have a proper right back. Now we have Andiano, we have Jim Sexton there. He gets the call up all the time, but he doesn't get to play. What do you make about our right back situation?
Well, I think in that right back thing, before we can have those problems before, but now we have systems that we play, you know, and maybe now they want a right back who will go and cross the ball and do this and do that. We have those people. But maybe the coach don't want somebody who can go and do crossing. Maybe he want to use only one side to do that. So that I'll leave it for the coach to analyze and see the fault so that he can, he will be at a good position to answer this question. But I know we have this houseboy, the captain of Accra Asafo. I don't think he's bad at all. You understand? But because he went to South Africa and somebody twisted the words that he's using against him, so now they don't call him anymore. But to me, in that game, they don't feed him the way because you can see that he wanted to go and do the crossing, but nobody, I don't know the kind of system that we are playing at that time. So as for the right backs, we have. But it's up to the coach to see exactly what he wants, to put it there to play. But if somebody said we are having problem at the right back, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Talking about the Black Stars, played against South Africa, Ghana had a controversial penalty. In your opinion, when you watched the game, did you think it was a penalty?
Like I was saying, I'm not a Ghanaian at this moment. I'm a normal football fan. You know, but there are rules and regulations in the football, especially at this moment. Small thing will give you penalty. You understand? So the question I'm asking is that, did we see the hands from the South African player's hand on Ghanaian player's shoulder? If we see that one, or we saw that one, then it's penalty. Because the man stretched his hand, touched his shoulder. Maybe I can say, okay, it's too soft. But we all saw the hands clear. So you can't tell me that it's not a penalty. And I don't think, you know, those who made the rules, that's the FIFA. Unless FIFA come out and say something, then I'll agree with the people who are saying that it's not penalty. If they said it's soft, too soft, I can agree with them. Because sometimes, you know, players can fake and then, you know, they'll get penalty or something like that. That one I'm okay. But did we see the guy's hand on his shoulder? I think the two of them all. One is here, one is there. You know, so it's clear. But maybe it's too soft, I agree with them. But if they say no penalty, that one I don't agree with them. But one thing I wanted to say about this thing. You see how Ghanaians are jubilating about this penalty. You know, that is penalty is penalty. If the same thing happens in Ghana here, those people that are happy that we had that penalty, those people that are happy, are they going to accept the same thing when their clubs are playing? And the referee will see such a penalty against them. That's the question I'm asking the Ghanaian fans.
Now it's qualified, assuming that CAF does not overturn or FIFA does not overturn the decision. We are potentially to meet Algeria, Senegal, Morocco, Nigeria, and Tunisia in the final playoff stage before
we go to the
Qatar. Tell us, what do you think are Ghana's chances?
I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy at all because all the countries that you mentioned, they are now on top flight. And you can see even each country, you can see maybe 4 or 5 top flight football players in there. But we don't have it now. Maybe we have only one, the one in France, who is doing very well. What is that? Djikou is doing very well now. I think that is the only one that we know that is playing active and is doing very well. But is it in Crystal Palace? But how is he going there? Are you getting my point? Not the team that you are playing, but they are all in their first 11. They are playing the big clubs. They are playing. Are you getting my point? That is what I mean. Not like playing. Of course, they are all playing teams. You understand? But talking about before, maybe 10 years ago, our players or 15 years ago, they are all in top flight football. Some of Chelsea, whatever you can mention. You understand me? But now we don't have all those players now. Some of them are, fading out. So it's normal. We have to build it up. So it's not going to be easy. So don't let me deviate from the question. it's not going to be easy for us. We have to prepare ourselves very well because the last hurdle that we will jump before going, we have to do everything possible to win, and it's not going to be easy for us. I'm saying because I'm a Ghanaian, I know we can qualify, but it's not going to be easy. One thing I can say also is that because it's one match, there's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure on that game. Both countries will never take it easy, like, oh, it's Ghana, and one thing I also want us to do as a football, nation, let me put it that way in quotes. Now we don't play like Ghana that we know, that we play football, that people will fear how we play. We score, but people don't fear how we play.
But don't you think Rajivash has brought that identity because he was there in 2010. He qualified us to the World Cup. He went to the African Cup of Nations. We were second, lost to Nigeria, Egypt. We went to South Africa, quarterfinals, but for that, so he's the same manager that's back. Don't you think he's bringing that identity back?
That time you were talking about, when you are going to play Ghana, you are scared of the way they play and then how they will score you. But now you don't see that football. You get me? You don't see that football. That Ghana, actually, today Ghana played though, but we don't. If we lost, everything is bad because we don't play good and then we lost. You understand me? If we win, we don't play good, but we win. So we always have one thing out of the two. We play good and we win. Maybe against South Africa, our game get up a little bit. That's why I'm confident that we can do something because that will be the last hurdle to jump into there. So it's going to be different ball game altogether. You understand? But we have to up our game so that people will be feared. There should be a fear. They don't even think about the goal. They will think about, Charlie, we have to protect ourselves. Because if you don't protect yourself, you will get the goal. You will lose the game. We should have that. We should put that fear in them. You know that this one is not playing. They are playing with luck. Only don't give them chance to shoot. We should put that fear in them like before. You get me? So that is all I can say about that. We don't play, but we are winning. So the day we are going to lose is we play bad and we lose. We play bad and we lose, or we play bad and win. Always we play bad. Only South Africa, I think I can give them maybe 50% of their capacity playing football.